Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer episode 12. Yes, last time I got my wish. I got the presentation of the two characters that I was missing the most in the opening. The board mask guy and the blonde guy. Obviously now I know that both are fucking crazy, man. The way they are behaving or the way they behave in the last episode just told me that, because seriously, I was not expecting this blonde dude to be so extra. I'm sorry if I'm not naming him because I still don't know his name. I bet I am going to learn his name very quickly because again, he's so extra. My God, he's crazy. The way he screams, man, it's amazing and incredible and funny and memorable. And then we have the board guy, which is kind of crazy because yeah, he's hunting demons. He's doing this shit, but in the weirdest way possible. I don't know. Both are fascinating. That is what I'm trying to say. Both are fascinating, and I cannot wait to see more about them. It's a little bit late because I think we're almost at the halfway in the series, and they are just being presented. But it's nice actually. Again, this is something I said during my first viewings, with my first the first episode I see of this anime. I like that the anime is taking its time to really elaborate everything that is necessary for you to understand the anime, for you to sympathize with the protagonist, in this case Tanjiro, and to understand where his power is coming from. Yes, obviously, for us it's a question of episodes, for them it's a question of years, so that is what I like, and I still maintain that I enjoy that much. But I don't want to be speaking a lot more because I want to see those two in action. So let me just quickly remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications so you can get up to date with whatever we're doing with the channel. If you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, the video, or the commentary once you see them all. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below, alongside with the reaction and obviously with my Patreon, in which you can see my uncut reaction. So anyway, without further ado, let's cut the presentation short and watch the video, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 12th episode of the series. And what a fucking episode, man. Yeah, it was incredible in the action side. It wasn't the full-on uncut fight against this drum demon. It was different. It was very, really, absolutely amazing. Really, there was nothing in my mind that say this is what is going to happen in this episode, but it happened. And obviously we got more backstory for Musan. Yes, I finally remember his name. For Musan, that again, every episode that we see with Musan is just confirmation of how much of a fucking douchebag he really absolutely is. I mean, he's a dick to humans because he doesn't care about them, and he's a dick to demons because he doesn't care about them. So yes, it's interesting to see what we saw in this episode. It is absolutely amazing to see what we saw in this episode. It's just honestly something I was not ready for. I was not prepared for any of this, but I was so glad once I saw it. It's just amazing. It was just amazing. Again, I like this show for those little moments that we got to see. I like the show because yeah, it's great. But instead of just speaking how great the show is, I'm going to try to explain why I think the show is great, especially in this episode. And I'm referring mostly to this episode. Let's start with the board guy. I like that he has a personality. I like that the fact that he doesn't care about anybody else but his own. He's kind of selfish in that moment. He is not a good person like Tanjiro, because yeah, Tanjiro is just worried about everybody else and wants to protect everybody else. That is Tanjiro's personality. But this poor guy is just, he just wants to fight the strongest opponent that he can find. Obviously, this is a trait that reminds me a lot of Vegeta, at least from the beginning, and kind of reminds me of Goku. Because yes, Goku is our hero, is our protagonist, but he wasn't this heroic character. He was powerful, and that's why he was on the front lines. But yeah, once you think about it, sometimes Goku comes out as a very selfish person. Especially in Dragon Ball Super, when he'd say, okay, let's make a tournament, and he doesn't care about the fate of the universes that lost. So yes, but Tanjiro is not like that. Tanjiro is trying to take care of everybody else, and is trying to protect everybody else. I like this because even though the board guy is, yeah, kind of a dick, because he's stepping on a little girl, he's attacking Tanjiro, he's attacking that. Perhaps in the future we're going to change that. And I like this again because it's a contrast of the personality of Tanjiro. It's a complete opposite. It's not just Tanjiro 2.0 with a bored mask, which is something I'm grateful, because again, we have different personalities for our characters. I really like that fact. I really enjoy the fact that again, he's kind of a good guy because he's after the demons for whatever reason. In this case, so he can become more powerful. I guess he's kind of a training point for him. But I like the fact that there is a distinct personality, just as Zenitsu is. Zenitsu is obviously a very coward person. He doesn't want to fight. He's a coward. Literally, he just wanted to be there because he wanted to die, so he will no longer have to work his ass off in the form that bought his debt. So that's why he's again another selfish person. But in this case, we have a coward. And again, we have different personalities for our characters. One is selfless and brave, in this case Tanjiro. The other one is selfish and brave because he wants to become stronger and he wants to attack demons. And the other one is selfish and a coward. Again, different personalities that we got here, and I love it. Even if Zenitsu is so extra, he is awesome because of that. It's great, it's funny, and yes, it feels different. The attack of this demon, the tongue demon, it feels differently when he attacks Zenitsu and the other boy than if he were attacking Tanjiro and the girl. It feels different. It's not the same. It's kind of interesting to see. Because yes, if he attacks Tanjiro, I don't think the tongue demon will have lasted very long. He looks weak in comparison to the drum demon. And yeah, the other fat demon looks weak because yes, the board guy is such a savage, man. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody, and you can see that. So yes, you can see the difference in the feelings of fighting in Zenitsu against this demon, because you say, okay, yeah, he's a coward, what the hell is going to happen, how is he going to survive? You are wondering that because you cannot conceive a moment in which Zenitsu is brave and Zenitsu is going to attack. But there is a loophole here, there is something else in here. When Zenitsu lost consciousness, because yeah, I guess he's the version of him fainting, with so much stress, so much fear that he just faints and he looks like he's asleep, that in the moment he lost consciousness, again, this is just pure speculation, his subconscious take over, and his subconscious is a fucking absolute badass, man. My god, he destroyed that demon in seconds. And I love his technique, the thunder breathing. My god, it was such a badass movement. It was so fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. I love when a show does that. that build up to something and then change it in this way, and it's so fucking cool and awesome, and oh my god. Yes, I'm still fangirling here because my god, that was such a fucking awesome. Yes, everybody has a badass moment. We're just missing Tanjiro's badass moment because yeah, that is the fucking cliffhanger that we got in the end of the series. Well, the end of the episode, not the series. No, oh, it will be terrible. But yeah, it's the end of the season. So again, it's the end of the episode. What the hell is wrong with me? Why would I want that to be the end of the season? Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, everybody had their badass moment because again, once Zenitsu lost his consciousness, he destroyed the demon. He became such a badass, and the demon was nothing. He was such a weakling enemy that yeah, he just destroyed him within seconds. He did not even realize, and I mean the demon didn't even realize that he was dead until he was. And the boar guy, he was such a badass because yeah, the other demon, oh you come close to me, yeah, kind of the Dio meme. But anyway, yes, it's such a badass because the other guy, the boar guy, he didn't even give a fuck. He cut his hands. The other one did not even realize that he lost his hands. And then when he lost his head, he was just done in seconds. And the other guy moved forward to another target. Again, he's badass. But you kind of knew that from the boar guy. Even if he's crazy, when he wanted to attack Tanjiro, you can feel that he just wants to fight powerful opponents. So yeah, it's a weird character, and I want to know more about him, and I want to know more about Zenitsu because again, that loss of consciousness, now we know how he passed the test. Now we know, and now we know how he doesn't remember, how he doesn't understand how he passed the test. We now know that. It's great, honestly. It's freaking awesome. It's absolutely amazing, and I love this show. Honestly, there is not much for me to say about what I said, so let me quickly just remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications so you can get up to date with whatever we're doing with the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, the episode, or my commentary. Remember that in the description we have a link to my Twitter, a link to the reaction, but if you're already here, you already knew that, and the link to my Patreon in which you can find my uncut reaction to this episode and others. So yes, I think that's it. I really exhausted the topic of this one. I hope you enjoy it, and I have nothing else to say, but thank you for your attention, and well, see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.